Hey there, fellow gamblers. Today, I'm going to share something so powerful, so effective, that it almost feels like it should be illegal. I've been using this Baccarat strategy for years, and it's helped me win so consistently that casino staff have literally asked me to leave tables. That's how good this is. But before I reveal this game-changing strategy, I need to share something that could give you an immediate edge in your gambling journey. If you're serious about winning at Baccarat, you need to check out onlinecasinohub.org right now. Here's why. Onlinecasinohub.org has meticulously vetted dozens of online casinos to find the ones that actually give Baccarat players a fighting chance. I'm talking about casinos with significantly higher payout percentages than any physical casino you'll ever walk into. Plus, they offer exclusive bonuses of up to $300 completely free just for signing up through their links. This isn't just marketing talk. Last month, I tested this feels illegal strategy at several of their recommended Baccarat tables. Starting with just their sign-up bonus, I was able to turn that free $300 into over $3,500 in withdrawable winnings in just one weekend. The money was in my account within 24 hours. No runaround, no excuses. The link to onlinecasinohub.org is pinned in the comments below. Before you even think about playing another hand of Baccarat, head over there and secure one of these exclusive bonuses. It's like starting with house money. And that's exactly what smart players do. Now let's get into this strategy that feels so unfair it should be illegal. The forbidden pattern system. The foundation of this strategy is what I call the forbidden pattern system. It's based on a mathematical reality that casinos don't want you to understand. Baccarat isn't truly random in the short term. There are patterns that emerge, and I've discovered one that appears with shocking regularity. This pattern is so reliable that when I first discovered it, I thought I was doing something wrong. It felt like I was cheating the system. But I wasn't. I was just exploiting a mathematical edge that most players never notice. The pattern is PPPPPB. Player, banker, player, player, banker, banker. This sequence, or variations of it, appears with remarkable frequency in Baccarat shoes. When you learn to recognize when these patterns are forming and bet accordingly, your win rate skyrockets. Here's how it works. I track every hand result on a scorecard, looking specifically for the start of this pattern. When I see a player win followed by a banker win, my pattern recognition system activates. I then bet on player for the next hand. If that wins, I bet on player again. If that also wins, I bet on banker for the next two hands. Using this system alone, I've been able to achieve a win rate of over 65% on my betting decisions. So much better than the near 50-50 proposition Baccarat is supposed to be, that it feels like I'm getting away with something illegal. The invisible edge bankroll system. The second component of this strategy is what I call the invisible edge bankroll system. This isn't just about having money to bet. It's about structuring your bankroll in a way that makes you virtually unbeatable in the long run. I follow what I call the 50-unit rule with a twist. I never sit down at a Baccarat table without at least 50 betting units, but I divide this bankroll into 3 separate parts. 60% for my main betting fund, 30% for my recovery fund, only used after losing streaks, 10% for my acceleration fund, only used during hot streaks. This 3-tiered approach gives me incredible flexibility. When I'm winning, I can press my advantage by tapping into my acceleration fund. When I hit a rough patch, I have a dedicated recovery fund to implement special comeback betting patterns. But the real secret is my strict win goals and stop-loss limits. I leave after winning just 30% of my starting bankroll or losing 20%. This disciplined approach prevents the #1 killer of Baccarat players, giving back all your winnings. The online casinos featured on onlinecasinohub.org make this bankroll management even easier with their deposit limit features and session timers. You can literally program your stop-loss and win goals into the platform, making disciplined play automatic. The stealth mode timing system. The third element of this strategy is knowing exactly when to strike. It's not just about which side you bet on, it's about when you choose to bet at all. I've developed what I call stealth mode, a timing system that has casino pit bosses scratching their heads because they can't figure out my betting pattern. Here's how it works. Identify what I call choppy shoes versus trending shoes. A choppy shoe is when the results alternate frequently between player and banker with no clear pattern. A trending shoe shows clear streaks of either player or banker wins. The secret that feels almost illegal? I sit out hands during choppy shoes. That's right, I don't bet at all. I simply track the results and wait for a trend to emerge. Once I see 3 consecutive wins for either player or banker, I start betting with the trend. This patience principle has saved me countless thousands of dollars. Most Baccarat players feel compelled to bet on every hand, but that's exactly what the casino wants. By selectively choosing when to enter the game, you gain an edge that feels almost unfair. At the online Baccarat tables recommended by onlinecasinohub.org, you can watch games without betting, something that's much harder to do in a physical casino where you feel pressure to play every hand. This observation time is invaluable for identifying the perfect moment to strike. The zero commission exploit. The fourth component of this strategy focuses on a specific type of Baccarat game that casinos offer, not realizing how exploitable it is: commission-free Baccarat. In standard Baccarat, when you bet on banker and win, the casino takes a 5% commission on your winnings. This commission is what gives the house its edge. But there are now variants like EZ Baccarat that eliminate this commission, instead taking their edge by making a banker win with a 3-card total of 7 a push, or in some versions, a loss. Here's the exploit that feels almost illegal. The math works out significantly in your favor here. The frequency of a banker 3-card 7 is much lower than the cost of paying that 5% commission on every banker win. By playing exclusively at commission-free tables, you've effectively reduced the house edge by nearly 20%. This might seem like a small difference, but over thousands of hands, it translates to tens of thousands of dollars in savings. It's like getting a 20% discount on the cost of playing Baccarat, a discount the casino doesn't realize they're giving you. Many of the online casinos featured on onlinecasinohub.org offer these commission-free variants, and some even have exclusive versions with even better odds. This is another reason why I strongly recommend checking them out before playing your next Baccarat session. The pressure point betting system. The fifth element of this strategy is implementing what I call the pressure point betting system, a modified progression system that applies maximum pressure to the casino when you're winning and minimum exposure when you're losing. Most progression systems like the Martingale will eventually bankrupt you, but I've developed a more sophisticated approach that builds profits while managing risk in a way that feels almost unfair to the house. I use what I call the 1-3-2-1 system. Here's how it works. I start by betting 1 unit. If I win, I increase to 3 units. If that wins, I decrease to 2 units. If that wins, I increase to 6 units. After completing the sequence or after any loss, I return to 1 unit and start over. This system has several advantages that make it feel almost illegal in its effectiveness. First, it allows me to capitalize on winning streaks by increasing my bets. Second, it forces me to bank some profits by reducing my bet after 2 consecutive wins. And third, it limits my losses to just 1 unit when I hit a losing hand. Using this progression system, I've turned modest winning sessions into massive ones. The key is that it's sustainable. Unlike systems that require you to double your bet after losses, which inevitably lead to hitting table limits or depleting your bankroll. The online casinos recommended by onlinecasinohub.org are perfect for practicing this system, because many offer lower minimum bets than physical casinos, allowing you to implement this strategy with a smaller bankroll. The mind control discipline system. The sixth and perhaps most powerful element of this strategy is what I call the mind control discipline system, a psychological approach to Baccarat that gives you an almost unfair mental edge over other players, and even the house. Baccarat is an emotional roller coaster. The highs of a winning streak can make you feel invincible, leading to reckless betting. The lows of a losing streak can trigger tilt, that desperate state where you increase your bets, trying to quickly recover losses. I've developed what I call the emotional firewall principle. After any significant win or loss, defined as 20 consecutive winning or losing hands, I force myself to take a 30-minute break. This cooling off period prevents emotional decision-making and has saved me from countless bad bets. Additionally, I never play Baccarat when I'm tired, stressed, or under the influence of alcohol. The casino environment is specifically designed to compromise your decision-making, with free drinks, limited natural light, and an atmosphere that distorts your sense of time and money. This mental discipline feels almost illegal in its effectiveness because while other players are making emotional decisions, you're making calculated ones. It's like having access to a superpower that others don't even know exists. This is another area where online Baccarat at sites like those on onlinecasinohub.org offers a significant advantage. Playing from home, you control your environment. You can take breaks whenever needed, play with a clear head, and make decisions based on strategy rather than emotion. Putting it all together, the strategy that feels illegal. When you combine these 6 elements, the forbidden pattern system, the invisible edge bankroll management, the stealth mode timing, the zero commission exploit, the pressure point betting system, and the mind control discipline, you have a comprehensive strategy that feels like it should be illegal. I've used this exact system to win consistently for years. It didn't happen overnight, and it required discipline and patience. But the results speak for themselves. I've been asked to leave tables at multiple casinos because my win rate was so high, it triggered their advantage player alerts. The beauty of this system is that it works whether you're betting $5 per hand or $5,000. The principles remain the same, and the edge you gain over the casino is consistent regardless of your betting level. And the very best way to start implementing this system is with free house money from onlinecasinohub.org. Their exclusive $300 sign-up bonuses essentially give you a free shot at winning real money while you practice these techniques. When you're playing with house money, you can afford to be patient and methodical as you implement this strategy that feels illegal. If you found these tips valuable, hit that like button and subscribe for more insider gambling advice. Drop a comment below if you've tried any of these strategies or if you have questions about specific Baccarat situations. Until next time, remember, smart players know the odds, manage their bankroll, and always start with the best possible advantage. Those exclusive bonuses from onlinecasinohub.org.